So the new album, Zeichen, is out now, and I know that word because I'm very good at German. No one will ever know.
Yes, you are.
And so, like you say, it's a like a sign, like a restart. Could you explain, please, the feeling of like a rebirth in Varg?
Yeah, it's because of yeah, we started the band with our first album, Wolfszeit. It's more than 12 years ago. And between these 12 years, we changed the style of music a bit. So, like our last release before Zeichen, Das Ende aller Lügen, it was a bit more German, modern, industrial metal. Also, the style of the lyrics, it was way more modern and yeah, now we're totally changed back to the roots because it fits us so much more. So the first album, it was 100% real pagan metal lyrics. Also the guitar melodies, it was a lot of pagan elements in it. And yeah, this is how we do it again. So we're back to the roots, and we are so happy with this step backwards because it just feels right.
Yeah, but it's interesting the return to paganism and lyrics. I don't want to say paganism. I mean those general themes.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, you've done 3 videos so far for the album. The latest one I really liked, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. I've got it written down, but I don't want to go. Yeah, that was my
It's Fahrradtirana.
Farterana. Yeah,
Fahrradtirana. Yeah,
yeah, that
it's
was great.
also one of our first song, not the first song with female leaded vocals, because in the previous albums we've got guest vocals from Anna Murphy from Elevati. Um, but this time the female vocals are from our new band member.
Yep.
So she's joining the band in 2020. It's the wife of our singer.
Okay.
And she also is one of the reasons why we went back to the roots, because she's totally into this Viking area, in the mythology of the Viking area. And she did a lot of work into this album, researching all the yeah, the um, oh, fairy tale is the wrong word, but
The
researching
mythology.
all the yeah all the mythology of the Viking area and put it together with our singer and the text and the lyrics. So yeah, and it's also my favorite song of this album.
Yeah.
I think her voice fits so good into this yeah really fast drumming, easy
Yeah.
guitars, but and then her voice, it's just amazing. Yeah.
It really is a fantastic voice, and I think she complements the band so well. And that's why I think it's such a great title as well. Is that not only have you gone back to your roots, as it were, but you've taken that next step in evolution as well. And I think she's a big part of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's not like it's the only song on this album female leaded,
Mhm.
because we are already still the same bloody, yeah, brutal
Yeah,
Viking guys, and with a lot of screaming and growling in our lyrics. So we stay like this,
yeah,
but it's a nice little yeah,
yeah.
catchy
It's kind of
aspect.
like you're still the Viking marauders, but you have a Valkyrie at the front now as well. So
Yes,
well,
right.
not straight at the
She's
front, but
leading us a bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
Well, the artwork is very stark. I don't want to say basic, but it's very
Yeah.
to the point. You know.
Yeah, right. Because the
Yeah,
at the top of the album cover there is a rune, and it's called the Wolf rune, Wolf's rune, and
yep.
it's a mix between a lot of runes, and when you put them together, it means the word wolf.
Oh, okay.
And Varg is the Scandinavian name for wolf.
Yeah,
So that's
but
our also back to the roots, and it also this sign means to us, okay, we are back together like a wolf pack, and here we go. So
yeah,
that's why we decided, okay, no big artwork, just this rune, and everybody knows, okay, this is Varg.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I mean, when I told people I was interviewing Varg, they're like, I had some funny books. I was like, no, not that one.
Not that one, yeah.
And I'm sure
Because
you
of
get that a lot, but I had to explain to them, no, Varg is the Scandinavian word for wolf, but there's already a Swedish band called Wolf. So
yeah, there's also often when
but
I research the comments on our videos, there so often some guys, oh, Varg Viking has changed a lot, blah, blah, because everyone is thinking, oh, this is Varg from Bosom.
yeah. Oh,
But
what
we've
happened? He
got
got
nothing
good.
to do with this guy.
But as for the videos themselves, how well do you think they represent the music inside the album?
Oh, pretty good, because we've got a lot of the whole band and the concept of the band changed because we changed our stage closing, and you
Okay.
see this the first time in the album with this Viking armor on us. So no, basically the years before we just went on stage totally covered in blood and mud and everything, and
Yeah.
this time we go more back to the authentic Viking
Mm.
style.
Yeah.
So the videos fits this pretty good. And we also got a lot of special guests in our videos. So especially in the first one, there's Kriegel from Elevati, the
Okay.
singer. He's in the video. He's
Yeah.
one of the guys who's walking around with his kids. And yeah, there's also a real shaman or a Viking priest in
Yeah.
it. And yeah, it's so really authentic this time.
How did you get in contact with a Viking priest? I didn't know there were any still alive.
Oh, he's one of my favorite authors for books. He
Yeah.
he he texted a lot of books, and I don't more than 20, and I read every one of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just text him and say, "Hey, Phoenix, we really love your artwork, your books, your everything what you do, and can you come to Bavaria and be part of our Varg video?" And he
Yeah.
says, "Yeah, okay, I will do it, but I don't want to do a fake ritual. I want to do a real ritual. So make a ritual with the whole crew." So it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. It was a nice
Yeah. I
feeling.
mean,
Yeah,
I think that works even better. Not just from
right.
a
Not
visual
just
standpoint, but
yeah,
for the philosophy and the themes of the band itself, it works better to have a real.
yeah,
How
right.
many people can say that they've got a real Viking priest in their video? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the world is not in the best place right now because of the pandemic.
Yeah, right.
Um, yeah, how badly has COVID affected plans to promote the album?
So at first, for the recording, it was. I have to say it's the worst thing that happens to the world right now. But for the recording of the album, it gives us a lot of time to hang out in the studio because everyone was locked down. Yeah, it was in a lockdown. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
real world. Huh? Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
one. Yeah,
So yeah, this was the first time we spent more than 2 months in the studio. So it was just amazing. So yeah, I take 2 weeks for just drum recordings. Our singer got a lot of time for his vocal recordings.
yeah,
So it was good part. Yeah, but for the promotion, every good album needs a good promotion. This is go live on tour.
yeah,
And yeah, it sucks this year, but hopefully we can do the album release tour in spring next year.
yeah.
So, but we also we organized our own festival two
Mhm.
weeks ago with 1,800 people on it. Yeah, but we
Wow.
didn't play, so that was the bad thing about it. But we organized a big festival with a lot of pagan metal bands, especially
Yeah,
from Germany, because all of the Scandinavian bands weren't allowed to fly to Germany. It was pretty good. So right now I am in Germany, the promoter of the biggest festival in Germany in 2020. So I kicked Wacken open air. Yeah,
And even in neighbouring countries, even Grasspop and Copenhagen, they got their asses
yeah, all
kicked by
cancelled.
you
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Sadly, because I love this open air so much. So, what's
Yeah.
the biggest metal open air in England?
Um, it depends who you speak to. I mean, the biggest rock festival is Download, but
Yeah,
it's not really as metal as Wacken or um,
or Grass.
Grasspop, something like
Yeah,
that, because they have a lot of like indie bands or like pop punk and that kind of thing as well.
yeah,
Like you might get Slayer on the same bill as Green Day, for example.
yeah.
So probably Bloodstock is the biggest
Bloodstock. Oh
truly
yeah, I
metal.
know this one.
Yeah,
Ah, cool.
it's not as big as Download, but it's a lot better.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
my
Really nice. Yeah, and
well,
the other stuff is okay. We do a lot of interviews on via Skype or Zoom, so that's pretty cool. And we also try to stay in contact with our fans via Instagram. We're doing a lot of Instagram work, and yeah, maybe I try to go on Twitch someday and stay connected with the fans on Twitch.
yeah,
So that will be a good way. Yeah, but we are not the biggest fans of live concerts online. So maybe
yeah,
we will do one someday, but I don't know. It's
yeah.
not the same.
No, and for a band that's as visual as Varg, you do want it the full experience.
Yeah, right.
Um, I mean, I was talking to Nutboot a couple of days ago, and they were saying the same thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're good friends of us, so
Oh,
we
okay.
do it a lot. And I saw this. They play on our festival last 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they play the festival. Ah, pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't watched any of the online shows yet. I'm going to watch the Armored Saint one in a couple of days, but we'll see how that goes. It could be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else I've seen is like, especially in Germany, is like socially distant shows or um, like drive-in shows. I know Destruction and Doro and a few others like that have done
Yeah, it's
shows
like
like that.
a car
Yeah,
cinema, and there's
yeah,
in front of the cars there's a big stage. The problem in Germany is we built down all the cinemas right now, so there will be no more concerts like this at the moment.
all
And
right,
yeah, but we do a lot of social distance concerts. But the problem is the venues here in Germany. We've got a lot of big venues, but they don't do stuff like this. And all the
right,
small heavy metal clubs, they did shows like this, especially the backstage here in Munich. But they're just allowed 100 people inside, and it's a venue that fits 2,000. So not that
yeah,
cool. But I think with a good concept like we did on our festival, so every one of the audience have to wear a mask all the time.
yeah,
Uh, and when you go drink for a beer or something, you have to be social distanced, 2 meters to another guy, and then you can put down the mask and have some beer or a cigarette.
yeah.
This
I've
is
seen
the
a few.
concept we did.
I've seen a few things try that. I mean, some of the wrestling companies are trying that at live shows. Some football leagues are doing it as well. But
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah,
we will see. Yeah.
yeah.
So have to wait
It's
for the winter and the second wave because it's coming to Germany
oh
right
yeah,
now. So
yeah,
the numbers getting higher and higher. But yeah, the good thing here in Germany is our hospitals are pretty good, and
yeah.
we've got a lot of intensive beds, etc. So we're prepared for this, but
Yeah,
hopefully, yeah, we find a way out pretty soon.
yeah. I hope
All
so
of us,
because
the whole world, because it's going on everywhere in the world, and it's so sad.
yeah, I think some countries are handling it a bit better than others. I mean, Germany seems to have a better handle on it than England or America. And New Zealand is untouchable. They've cracked it, but it's only a small country. So
Yeah.
I actually have a friend from Darmstadt who lives in New Zealand, and he's like, yeah, it's great here. They know what they're
Okay.
doing. So
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I've been in the US at the time when the lockdown comes to Germany, and I was here in the US it's quite fine at the moment, and then
yeah,
bam, one day later, every store was totally sold out, and there was the army on the streets, and I okay, I have to go out here. Fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here in Germany right now.
Yeah. I would be too.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to Varg, like you mentioned last year, you re-recorded Wolfszeit as well as a re-recording. It's
Yeah, right.
why was the decision made to re-record the first album?
It it was like a okay, guys, getting ready. There's some new Varg stuff coming, and it goes back to the roots. It was just like a intro
Like a yeah,
for the
like an
Zeichen
anthem.
album. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's really
So
good.
because the first we recorded this album it was so many years ago, and for the first album it was just an amazing sound. But after the years,
Yeah,
you listen to this album in your car radio and saying, "Oh fuck, okay, we have to do this a little bit better and this a little bit better." So we
yeah,
decided, okay, fuck, just do a re-recording of this, and after this album, we go back to the roots. And yeah, it was
yeah.
just like an intro for Zeichen.
That's a really good idea. You know, it's a little bit different from putting out an EP, or which is fine,
Yeah.
but for something like that as well, and it also, like you say, where you listen to the first album again and you go, well, we could do this. And obviously, as time goes on and you play those songs so much live, you start to
Yeah.
do things a little bit differently, and like different drum fills or something like that. So you get to work them into the how you play it now. So
Right, and also the reason because of our fan base changed
mm,
all the time because the older guys, some of them go out of the metal scene,
yeah,
but the new fans don't know the first album, but we love it so much that we say, ah fuck, we have to give it to the fans. So we don't make a lot of promotion about this album, and we also don't bring it out on Napalm Records. We did it by our own
okay,
with our own label. So
yeah,
it was not for money or something like that. It was just, okay, we have to do this right now and bring it out
yeah,
to the people. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's great. It's that perfect mix of, like you say, a commercial for the new album, but also something fun as well. It's something that
Yeah.
you can. It's weird, I can't quite put it into words right now, but it's
It's
pretty
not
cool.
like Metallica who released another album again just with, I don't know, orchestra
New
instruments
artwork
or
or something.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Do this.
I hate that when it's
But
like, oh, re-releasing it, but it's got like a demo. Like, fuck off, man. That's not worth another £15.
yeah.
You mentioned there that Wolfside Survive was on Napalm, but obviously Zeichen is. So this is your second album from Napalm, I think.
Yes, right.
Yeah. And how's the relationship with them been so far? I think they're an Austrian label, aren't they? So
They're
it's
an
not.
Austrian label,
Yeah.
but they also got an office or headquarter here in Berlin, in Germany.
Okay.
So I love these guys. I really love these guys. I remember I met one of the recruiter of Napalm Records 15 years ago, and Varg was like this small. I
Yeah.
told him, someday I will be on your label with my band, and he, never, never, never. And then, yeah, I don't know, 12 years later, he was, okay, Silvester, we got it. Here we go. Welcome to Napalm Records, and I love it. So it's a nice work because they put a lot of energy in this release.
Yeah.
There was a lot of email contact, and they helped us a lot with all the social media stuff. So pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So by far my favorite label for heavy metal music, and they're getting bigger and bigger. It's just
They are.
amazing.
Yeah.
So they got
They
so
seem
many
to be.
good bands.
Yeah. They seem to be like hot on the heels of Nuclear Blast in
Yeah, they
becoming the
are
biggest
right.
metal
Yeah.
label. I mean, there was a time like 15 years ago when it was Roadrunner, and you never hear from Roadrunner anymore.
Again, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
And Century Media has a lot of good stuff on it, but you don't. People seem to be more on Nuclear Blast or Napalm now. So
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a good thing that just two labels run the whole heavy metal industry,
well,
but
yeah, but there are still plenty of other labels. There's still Metal Blade going, and
Yeah, right. And if they did a good job, so perfect.
Yeah.
Spread out heavy metal music to the world. That's the best thing they can do.
Absolutely.
I love it. So, because there's a lot of heavy metal in the German album charts, in the official album charts, it's amazing. So we hit number 16 this year. It's not the best position. It's quite good for heavy metal. It's just amazing. But top 10 would be awesome. But there's a lot of hip hop acts coming out in Germany in the same week, and they are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7, etc. So next time.
I mean, I can name you probably about 100 German metal bands. I can name you one German rapper, which is Lonely. And other than that, I don't know any German hip hop. So.
Yeah, that's quite big in Germany right now. So especially for the young teenagers, so they love hip hop, and there's also a lot of mix between hip hop and heavy metal music here in Germany. We've got a lot of metalcore bands.
Yeah,
they mix their music with big hip hop artists. So it's quite common, and I also listen to this music. So I listen to a lot of music, but it's more common to listen to hip hop in Germany than to metal, I guess.
I think a lot of people would be surprised by that. In the UK and America and maybe Canada, we kind of have this perception that Germany and Scandinavia are the homes for metal. You know, like, oh, every metal band is big in Germany. You know?
This is. I don't know why, but we've got a lot of heavy metal concerts. That's quite cool. So you can go especially not now, but normally you can go to a heavy metal show every day here in Bavaria. There's a metal show every day, from big to small bands. So that's quite cool. And also we've got so many. I guess worldwide we've got the most heavy metal open airs here in Germany. There are more than 20 or 25 big open airs just with heavy metal. So that's quite cool.
You get out of bed in the morning, you trip over another heavy metal festival. You know, that's how I imagine life in Germany is.
In my young teenage years, I went the whole summer. There was every weekend was a festival. So I went from, I don't know, Thursday to Sunday, and then 3 days off, and then next open air, 3 days off, next open air, and this the whole summer. I did more than 12 open airs in a year. It's just unbelievable.
Stella, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me this evening. I really do appreciate it, mate.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. You're a really cool guy. And I really hope to see you in England someday on a Varg show, because we didn't play that often in England, just with a couple of pagan fests. So we toured with, I don't know, Winter Sun, Kopiklani, Elevati, and then we played just in London all the time, every time, just London. I really want to do a big UK tour. It will be amazing.
Yeah,
maybe next year.
But if not, I'll have to try and work out a way to get to Germany, and I'll just come see you there.
Sounds good. So I put you on the guest list for sure. Just text me.
Thank you very much. Will do. Thank you so much, man. Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank. Dankeschön. And see you again, okay?
Absolutely. Good night, man.
Good night. Bye.